Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Allen with International Security Training, and welcome to this week's video blog. I wanted to focus in on something called a client biographical file. And the reason why I picked that this morning is because I was on a detail last night, a very short one where somebody had hired me out as an independent contractor, and we actually needed the executive bio file, and they had a really, really good one. So I figured I would share some of this information with you guys today. First of all, make sure that sometimes it's called the client biographical file, other times it's called the executive biographical file. It's the bio file of the person you have been hired to protect, okay? However, it always has, or it should have, a lot more information than info just on your client or the executive, okay? So very basic information on that individual will be their name, their photos, current photos, thank you very much, their date of birth, their email addresses, all cell phone numbers, their social media profiles. You'll want the links or the web addresses to those. If you are the agent in charge or the director of security, you should also have any login information for your client's social media profiles. You'll want their medical information, the names and addresses and phone numbers of their doctors. Okay, you will want their health insurance, their life insurance. All of this information goes into the client bio file. But in addition to that, I want you to think about other variables, other spokes of this person's life. Think about the wheel that surrounds this person. Okay, your executive or your client's in the center, and they have a bunch of different spokes when it comes to the wheel of life. Okay, so first of all, they're going to have business partners. You're going to want to have all that contact information that I just mentioned, minus maybe some of the medical information, on their peers, on their business associates, specifically partners or anybody who has a financial gain should your client disappear, become harmed, or get themselves dead. So you want to have that. Okay, so you have business partners, you have dependents, their spouses, their children. Okay, you need to have all that information, including current photos of their dependents. The reason why is because a lot of times if you've hardened the target on your client or the executive really well, it may just be easier for the bad guys to go after a dependent, whether it's a kidnapping situation, whether it's an assault situation, maybe it's just threatening and intimidation. If they can do that covertly or overtly, maybe that will be enough pressure that they need to get your client to affect a certain response, whether it's most times going to be a financial response, maybe it's a decision-making response in the business world. So look at it that way. Also look at employees of the executive or the client. Okay, we're talking about servants, groundskeepers. If they hire merry maids to come to their property once a day, once a week, once a month, you need to have information on all those people that are coming onto your property. There should be an approval process, which involves having a government issue ID, okay, with a picture. All right, I mean, it seems basic, but it's amazing what certain people accept. You want to have a government issued ID. You want to know who these people are, what their names are, current photos. You want to have photos of their vehicles as well, not just your clients and dependents, but you want to have the pictures of the vehicles that belong to your employees. Have a policy in place that states if that employee brings another car to work, that they have to notify security. All right, it could be very important if an investigation goes down. All right. I mentioned the medical information earlier. You want to know who the doctor of your or the physician of your client is, obviously. You want to know how to get a hold of them. What is their phone number? Okay. What is their address? Things of that nature. So get all of that information together, and then when you start adding all these little pieces together, you're going to add one final piece. To review, the pieces are going to be from the client, their peers and business associates, their dependents, their employees on the property or wherever they work, right? But you also need a little piece of that biographical file to be a duress code or a duress signal section, okay? What is your client going to do if they get kidnapped on a large scale? They get kidnapped, all right? So now they have to make a phone call, or the bad guys help them and coach them through a phone call. What are they going to say? If they have their cell phone, with them, okay? And they can post to Facebook. Is there something that they can do as far as a status update is concerned to signal you, the security staff, that something has gone very, very wrong? So these files, these bio files, are very important to a corporate security team or an executive protection detail. Make sure you have one. Make sure they are updated on a frequent basis. Kind of build that into your SOPs. And if you have any questions on that, there are plenty of books out there on how to do this. If you don't want to go from the book, you can obviously enroll in one of our courses, and we'll show you how to do that as well. So that is it for today. My name is Brian Allen with International Security Training. Thanks for paying attention to our blog, and until next time, stay safe.